I'm joined by two very funny people today. That is Kusha Kapila and Zakir Khan. Hello and welcome, guys.
Hello, कैसे हैं?
Hi. Is that how you're always introduced? Funny people, funny guys.
चलता है हमें तो सब.
चलता है, okay. What do you like being called though? Funny person with depth, funny person with incisive humor.
जाकिर भी चलता है मेरे ख्याल.
Zakir, okay. You go by Zakir also, okay.
Yeah.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I just follow you. I think I follow you on Instagram.
I follow you on Twitter.
I follow you on
It rings a bell immediately.
Yeah. So Kusha has it all. I think you have a database. Like, do you now, before interacting with somebody, do you check like who they are on social media quickly to see like should you be nice or not?
No. I'm an out and out extrovert. I'm a very people's person.
Okay, you don't check.
If I meet somebody for the first time, I want to sit and talk to them.
Okay.
So there is no checking, and also we're not from that. Like millennials are not from that generation where we actually first check and then see what we want to talk to them about. But yeah, maybe once I've met them and I find them interesting and they have an interesting life, I might go and then check.
And then stalk. Okay, that's very honest. What about you, Zakir? Are you on social media just for work or do you enjoy it too?
अपना अलग ही क्या लाइफ अंडर द रॉक चलता है, मस्त है, सुकून रहता है भयंकर. कोई किसी से मतलब नहीं है, अपना शो करते हैं, घर आते हैं, अपने दोस्त हैं उनमें मिलते हैं, ऐसे कुछ अवसर कभी इन लोग मिल जाते हैं तो इन लोग साथ हैंग आउट कर लेते हैं, अपने सबसे बातचीत है, अपना सबसे सही चलता है. तो अपने को ये चेक वैसा वाला है कि वो जो मिल गया उसी को मुकद्दर समझ लिया. जो रह गया उसको मैं बुलाता चला गया.
Honesty for like an weekday afternoon, I have to say. Yeah, can't deal with so much. Too real. Can't deal. Okay, so you are a judge on Comicstaan, Zakir, and Kusha, you're the host. Which is the better job?
Which is the better job? I mean, both. We both
actually.
I think we earn these jobs. I don't think it can be replaced. I don't think Zakir would want to host Comicstaan because he truly is the judge. And I can't possibly be a judge on a stand-up comedy show because I don't think I've earned that space.
Okay.
I think we're exactly where we're supposed to be, definitely. But host ka kaam bahut taxing hota hai, for sure. Like, because your day starts at like 8 a.m. in the morning and you get done by like 1 a.m. in the night.
That's very hard working.
Yeah, you do multiple reads, then you do a rehearsal, then you do a tech rehearsal, then you do a role rehearsrsal, then you do the main show, then after the main show you have pickups.
So you're saying you work harder than Zakir?
Yeah.
I think honestly, even Zakir would agree on that.
Yeah. He is agreeing.
Yeah, but I think Zakir is incredible as a judge. और इस बार जो उन्होंने अपनी टिप्पणियां दी हैं as a judge.
No, every time he gives टिप्पणियां only in live, when I go and compliment him on his shows, he says, "Well, he's too much Hindi. I don't understand." It's nice only, and then I complimented him. He must have been nice. I just hope. At least
काफी life lesson देते हैं. मतलब.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That was said. It's too real.
Yeah, so मैं उनके life lesson और लोगों को quote करती हूँ ये ना बता के कि Zakir ने बोला है.
Yeah, same. Like I saw one of his first shows where he said "suck Londa and Pigal Gap" before it became like a thing, and I went on telling people, and they were like, "Where did you pick up this cool lingo from?" But I didn't tell them where it's from. It was at that AIB thing at Town. Remember that big?
Yes. AIB there was Hindu Gymkhana ground.
Yes, exactly.
I remember it.
I told it from there. And until you quickly got famous, like 2-3 months, until then I pretended like that was my own.
Nice.
But Zakir, Kusha says her job, it can be very taxing because of the art. What about the kind of taxing nature of your job? You don't judge people, right? Like, how difficult is that? We do it for free.
No, so judging and telling it to your friends and giving marks and doing it on a taping is very different. These are two very different
So
skills.
are they your friends, these contestants?
No, they are not. So I'm saying that judging somebody, looking at someone, just elbowing your friend, telling them, and aise baal kaun rakhta hai yaar? And that's a different thing as compared to being on a camera all the time and be responsible for it. And people hold grudges. Like, for example, if somebody says something nasty to me, if I'm a contestant, I will remember it.
Yeah.
I will remember that. If I am that kind of person, that's why I am so nice, because I would remember things, and I hope that everybody else remembers too. So my idea is that I try to be as much as aligned with the format of the show. in terms of what the episode is, what is the topic we're talking about, is the contestant aligned with that exactly, how much skill they are putting to perform that set. So these are the few pointers which I also like look forward to when I'm judging, especially Comicstaan. I think I will not say it is very difficult, but it's the difficult part is not the timing. Like Kusha and Abish, they both put in a lot of arts. That's something not with me, but it's a very difficult place to be in, where you are being held for your each and every word. And these Comicstaan is 3-month process. These contestants are going to be in the comedy space forever, till they die. I hope so that they do. So you have to interact with them every time. So whatever you are saying, you cannot be vindictive. You might have an opinion about somebody during the show. You cannot say those things to them in the way it's there in your mind. So you have to word them very properly. I think these are the things which are difficult part for being a judge.
Would you say that you choose the kinder way of expressing yourself rather than the funniest way possible? Because the funniest way might be much meaner than a kind of way.
No, the funnier way, they are doing the funny thing. My job is not to be funny on the show. My job is to be correct and on the show, just to bring the balance in it and tell people what exactly. Also, Comicstaan is a show where people are also trying to learn comedy. It's a show which also educates the audience.
Yeah.
So it's very important through my comment, it reaches to them as well and to the contestant both. I think that's what I try to do.
Also, comics are very self-aware. Huh? When they've tanked, they know this. So we've had moments when the contestants have something they've tried and it's not worked. I have literally seen the judges and the comics share a look and laugh. तुम्हें पता ही है क्या हुआ है, अब हम क्या बताएंगे. So yeah, I've seen that also happen on Comicstaan.
That's cute. But Kusha, what about you? He says he doesn't feel the pressure to be funny, but you have to be funny as a host, right? So is it completely scripted? Do you add any improvisation to the show?
So it is scripted. Of course, it has to be scripted because we're the ones who have to pretty much carry the narrative of the show. And it's a format, right? So there is you have your mentor, you have the rounds, and every episode has a theme to it. Without divulging too much. But the thing is, it is scripted, but there are many moments that are just improv because you have a certain moment. They've said something in their set which maybe is addressed to you or addressed to the judges, and then you address that. So you do get those moments, but I have not watched Comicstaan, so I do not know what's going to make to the final edit. I've seen the previous 2 seasons, and I'm a big fan of those 2 seasons, but I don't know what's going to make the final edit. But kudos to the writers, Bhavesh and Saurabh Mehta, both are Mehta, we call them Mehta brothers, who wrote for us, and I think they've done an incredible job because every single time we would see the script, we would talk about should we deliver the line like this, and Abish and I did this thing where we would plan our entries. So we would plan how we would enter the stage. So that was a lot of fun. And the judges both appreciate that. They were enabling us. So if it's bad, they have enabled this bad behavior.
मैं fully responsibility ले सकता हूँ उस चीज की. मेरे को इतना मजा आता था, इतना बढ़िया सिंग करते थे यार ये लोग. मैंने कहा यार ये कोरियोग्राफी क्या मस्त चल रही है यहाँ पे.
Okay, now even I'm very intrigued to find out more about this entry.
Yeah.
So much effort has gone into it. Zakir, you're watching these contestants and you've been in the scene for some time. What do you think is the trend currently in comedy? Do you think people are now being extra careful? Are there certain kind of jokes that they go for? What is the latest trend?
I think the honesty is the latest trend in comedy. The more honest you are, the more sharper it is. That is something which I have observed. People are more open to tell their personal stories as compared to commenting about others. You have seen this one, they do behave like this one behaves like this. I think we as a growing comedy fraternity, we have also grown a bit, and now we have the material to hold the audience on our own stories, about our own life, and that's the format I think the Indian comedy is going towards, and I think it's a great move. I understand what you're trying to ask, but every platform has its own grammar, and that grammar need to be followed, right? Like for example, if you are doing a video, you have to comb your hair properly and look.
I don't know. You said hair twice. I think it was Kusha, not me. Mine is combed for sure.
Mine is beautifully combed. What are you saying?
Yeah, but mine is gone and see why he said hair twice today. I don't know.
I think he's just trying to build an analogy. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Kusha, for helping me. Like a video format has a like a video format has something like you have to be in that grammar, right? Properly, you have to look like that. So is when you are on a platform, your platform has some rules and you abide those rules. It's as basic as that. When you ride a bike, you wear a helmet. I know it's great to not wear a helmet, it's cooler, but then the rule is a rule is a rule is a rule.
Okay. You play inside the rules and not outside. Not drawing outside the lines.
जो आपको लग रहा है वही.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to add to that.
Go ahead.
My life pretty much informs my humor. I don't think I can crack a joke on something I have no knowledge on, no perspective on.
Yeah.
So मेरी humor और मेरा content शुरू से वैसा ही रहा है. And I think by now, since after being in the space for like 3-4 years, now I know the things I want to crack a joke on and the things I don't want to crack a joke on. So now even like being here has informed my comedy. So I'm very clear about that. So those are choices that I have made myself. Like these are the things I would strictly not touch, and these are things I don't mind touching, and I don't mind getting burned for it. So that's very like my prerogative.
You know, Kusha, every time anyone is talking, you're noting something down like a therapist, and you're also wearing a white coat. What is going on? When Zakir and I are talking, she's noting something down. And I'm like, are we right? Are we wrong? What is she doing?
I'm very finicky. I'm very fidgety as a person.
Oh, okay.
I just like cannot stay still. So this is the reason like I have to call. Even when I auditioned for Comicstaan, I remember Kree told me, who's our showrunner, she's like, the hands are like moving a little too much. So maybe you want to just like keep them here. So yeah, just it's a thing I do.
Okay, you've not made any notes about this, right?
She's going to give us masks then.
I know.
I have, and then I'm going to maybe message Zakir later.
Yeah, I know. You will discuss it with him later. Very seriously, like making some notes there. But Zakir, do you do that? Like when these contestants are talking, I'm sure as you said, you give like nice, kind feedback. But later, do you go and tell them, I made these notes and you can improve like this?
I think my father told me something very interesting in the beginning of my life when I started working at the age of 13, 14. He's like, if you feel, if you are well-wisher to someone, tell them what you feel in a nice and polite way. And if they still decide to go the other way, it's their life, it's their choice. Help them in that as well. तो इसी का दूसरा एग्जांपल है उमर शरीफ का एक प्ले है बकरा किश्तों पे. उसका मुझे एक सीन बड़ा याद आता है. वो कुछ इस तरह से कि द ब्रदर इज ट्राइंग टू टेक रिवेंज फ्रॉम अनदर ब्रदर एंड उमर शरीफ इज सपोज्ड टू हेल्प हिम. तो उसमें ही गिव्स अ फुल लेंथ स्पीच दैट वन शुड नॉट बिट्रे हर ब्रदर्स एंड कमराडरी रहनी चाहिए और फलाना ढिमका और ये सब अपनी जगह. एंड द गाय हु वाज सपोज्ड टू टेक रिवेंज फ्रॉम हिज ब्रदर गेट्स वेरी सैड एंड सीरियस एंड देन ही सेड लाइक ये तो थी हिदायत. ठीक है, मेरे पास स्कीम भी. तो वैसा ही है. तो जब मैं कैमरा पे दे रहा होता हूँ तो मैं अपने हिसाब से तरीके से जो भी बेहतर से बेहतर तरीका होता है वो बता देता हूँ. दूसरा क्या होता है कि कोई भी इंसान जानबूझकर गलती नहीं करता है. उसकी अपनी कहानी होती है. उसका ही इज कमिंग फ्रॉम समवेयर, दैट्स व्हाई ही इज ट्राइंग टू से दैट थिंग. आई कैन नॉट चेंज वेयर ही इज कमिंग फ्रॉम, but I convey my message in whatever way I can. But I appreciate a lot. I really love young talent. So after the shoot, I will go back to their vanity. I'll just chit chat with them. So that's something which I love. I love doing that since forever. I was a school head boy, so that's something which just
But you also end up giving people an existential crisis. I feel like after like listening to you talk for a minute, then they just feel like they're doing everything wrong in life.
No, is it? No.
Yeah. Kusha, you feel that way? Yeah, you feel like
Zakir ने मुझसे बात की हुई है. Like I remember we had a very long chat once. But I think Zakir is more. I think when he talks to somebody, I think he's trying to figure out where do they come from, what has been their life, and what are their experiences. So maybe he'll talk about certain topics. See, this man is a bit of a mystery. I agree with you. I agree. I am with you on that.
Yeah. I don't know the contestants.
I don't think he comes with this. No existential crisis. It's mostly I think he's going to talk about topics and then maybe he's gonna see what are your opinions on it, and I think that's a good way of knowing anyone.
Okay, fine. You're being, he's your friend, so you're not agreeing with me. That's fine.
I am
It's
saying
okay.
yes, this man is a mystery, myth, legend. All of that is, but I don't think his conversations are existential crisis.
No, he's giving other people existential crisis, I mean. He's triggering an existential
That's
crisis for
what
other people.
that's what she's saying. I don't do that.
No, I think he's just figuring people out because
Oh,
एक तो ये
yeah.
artist है, observer है,
Okay.
और I'm sure जब लोगों से बात करते हैं तो observe
हाँ.
करते हैं उन्हें, जो हम सब करते हैं.
Okay, fine.
So existential
That is
crisis
different.
नहीं.
Okay, nahi. But what about like his everything that he says? I usually laugh because I know it's funny, but then I go and check like the meaning of some words. I don't know. You know the meaning of all the words that he uses?
Pretty much yes, because
I think Kusha is very well learned in terms
Okay.
of she's very well versed with the languages. I
हाँ,
think.
हाँ, प्लस
हाँ.
मेरी मम्मा, जो मेरी मॉम थी, वो
हाँ.
है अभी भी, मेरी मॉम है, उनकी हिंदी बहुत अच्छी थी.
Okay.
तो वो हम घर में हिंदी में ही बात करते हैं. वो तो हमको अब हमने तरीके सीख लिए हैं, बिकॉज जब हम कॉलेज गए तो हमने देखा कि अगर आप अच्छे स्कूल से नहीं है और अगर आप कुछ शोज नहीं देखते, अगर आप किसी तरीके से बात नहीं करते, तो फिर आपका मजाक उड़ाया जाता है. तो पहले ही साल के कॉलेज में मैंने ये तरीके सीख लिए थे जो अभी तक मैं कर सकती हूँ. पर अभी भी जब मैं अपने पीतमपुरा के लोगों से मिलती हूँ, उनके साथ बैठती हूँ, तो मैं ऐसे बात नहीं करती जैसे इंटरव्यूज में करती हूँ. हम अपना आराम से मतलब खुले होके बात करते हैं.
Oh, nice. I don't think
Whatever that means. I love
what
this.
that means.
I can't believe where this interview is going, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's going. I am learning for sure.
No, Zakir, we are only learning. Let me tell you that. 100%. Just me, I'm learning. Yeah, you know, I felt like we went from comedy to Pitampura, so that's a good stretch. Yeah, it's a good journey that we've had. So I'll wrap it up there before you travel any farther because we have more interviews. And thank you guys. A pleasure talking to the two of you, and I'm looking forward to the show and
Thank you
stealing
very
jokes from you, and I'll quote it to other people.
Go for it. All the best.
Thank you, guys.